When I was in college, I got the swine flu and I thought it was hilarious. I thought this was so funny that I ran around campus telling everybody, I've got the swine flu. Hey, everybody, I've got the swine flu. Aren't I funny and hilarious? To some people, I was. To others, not so much. In fact, I was escorted off, very far escort, by security when one of the people I had ran past reprimanded me. They said, I have a child. I have a child who, if you had given me this virus, you could potentially kill my child. There's a lot of responsibility to put on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like I feel like there's a lot of steps, before the child dies at this point. You know what I mean? I don't want to argue with you, ma'am. I don't want to argue with you. But I felt bad about it, right? And I spent 10 days in the most excruciating pain. It sucked. It felt like somebody was taking my bones and they were grinding my bones away in my skin, but I got over it. And hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing good today. It seems like we're just continually sleigh riding down this hill of just absolute madness. Today, I found out my hours were cut at my job, and while I'm pretty okay with things not working the way I want them to, a lot of people aren't. A lot of people have kids, a family, parents who can't work, and it's exceptionally challenging. Not just the lack of security of knowing that your income isn't there, but all the fears and stress and pressures that come along with that. I mean, this entire situation is anxiety just filled. I wanted to come up with a better word, but I couldn't. And so we have all this going on. Our entire lives are destabilized. And now we go to our jobs and we find out that the income that we've been relying on, struggling with, trying to make last is now cut off. And I know this isn't just me or the people I work with. This is happening all across the country. People are not just losing their jobs, but people are getting sick or people are exposed to sickness. They can't go to their jobs. They can't go out to eat, get groceries. It's really intense. And so for me, when I find things to be very intense, I at least try my best to stay as grounded as possible. And, listen, I have a damn near impossible time staying grounded. I've been doing meditation for 15 years, and I've been doing that to help me deal with just the days in and outs of just being traumatized. And it's a silly thing for me to say. Like, I feel silly saying it because I'm a strong man. Uh, but, dude, like I shake, right? I have perpetual anxiety where if I'm in any type of conflict or intense situation, I physically shake and I can't control it. So for me, the meditation has allowed me to ground myself where I'm able to deal with those situations in a way that's productive. And yours may be different. And I don't want to be like a teacher in the sense, like to teach you, but like I've been doing it for 15 years. And I think it's important I just address some simple things about meditation. It has nothing to do with controlling your thoughts. I encourage you to try to choose what you think about all the time and share with me if you can, because you, sir or ma'am, are a goddamn genius and a prodigy. And I would love to hear your insights on things because I have yet to meet anybody who can do that. So if you think I can't meditate because I can't control my thoughts, well, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not meditation. And it is. That's stupid of me to say that. It is meditation. Just really bad meditation that you're bad at. Doesn't it suck when people do that? You don't know something and they're just like, yeah, because you're not trying hard enough. You're like, I don't know what to do. Just show me what to try at. If I just try at the right things, I'll be good. Please. No, it's not like that. It's like, oh, Pat, I can't sit still for a while. That's why I can't meditate. Yes, you can. You go to these jobs every day and sit there for 8 hours in front of some computer desk, listen to somebody complain about the same things you're upset about, but you know better than to complain about it, right? Because you know complaining only creates problems, but you sit there for 8 hours. So you can sit for however long it is and chill if you want, if this is something you're inclined to do. For me, I try to get into it, so much so that I'm going to do a meditation tonight, live one. And if you want to join. It's just me hanging out. You can be my friend. We can be friends. You want to be my friend? This is my friendship voice, by the way. You want to be my friend? It's also the voice I talk to my dog and some of the women I date. Another video. I went for a run today as well. This is something I did to keep me grounded. If you're wondering how it was, it's terrible. Running's so bad. If you didn't have a runner's high, people wouldn't do it. You got to have that real send off here. Oh, wait a minute. You mean I can get high running? I don't even need my shoes. I'm running on all fours. Like some sort of like monkey animal. What's his name in Twitch, Split. The point is, whatever you do to stay centered and grounded, it works. You could have friends or family, you could exercise. There is no monopoly on what is for being centered and grounded. I'm just talking about this because this is what I'm going to do today. I also want to share with you guys the time I got swine flu. I'm going to share this with you because if you're like me, you're constantly thinking about how to save the world. And if you're also like me, you realize that that's impossible. But it's nice to think about these things anyways. And so right now we have a government that is really doing a government's job in trying to reassure us, bring stability, and obviously prevent this thing from, being as catastrophic as it could be. However, in those efforts, the consequences of the government and the businesses responding to the government are far more severe than the consequences of the virus. This is not to say the virus isn't deadly or dangerous. I preface these things for somebody who doesn't understand this, but I just think it's important to address that piece. But the consequences I'm dealing with are from a fear-ridden response to the potential that this may have, right? You with me? Okay. This isn't something that I would normally think about if it wasn't for my experience having the swine flu. When I was in college, I got the swine flu, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought this was so funny that I ran around campus telling everybody, I've got the swine flu. Hey, everybody, I've got the swine flu. Aren't I funny and hilarious? To some people, I was. To others, not so much. In fact, I was escorted off, very far escort, by security when one of the people I had ran past reprimanded me. They said, I have a child. I have a child who, if you had given me this virus, you could potentially kill my child. There's a lot of responsibility to put on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I feel like there's a lot of steps, before the child dies at this point. You know what I mean? I don't want to argue with you, ma'am. I don't want to argue with you. But I felt bad about it, right? And I spent 10 days in the most excruciating pain. It sucked. It felt like somebody was taking my bones and they were grinding my bones away in my skin, but I got over it. And I think if us healthy people took the virus on, got sick, we become no longer part of the equation for this thing spreading. In fact, I'm immune, right? I can go to work and be highly productive. I can do things. And, when I thought about this, I thought that was a silly story because, like swine flu, man. And it popped into my head. It popped into my mind without me thinking about it, even though I controlled what I think. Look at that. Look at us. Circling it back. Circling back. Shyamalan style. Just like the movie I referenced. I am on! Point is, guys, staying grounded, super important today. And however you choose to do it's cool. And even if you suck at it, you hate running, you hate meditating, you do it for 2 minutes, do it for 1 minute, you're trying. You are trying. You are trying. I felt the slogan today, do the next right thing. And I'll tell you that's bullshit. I'll tell you it's bullshit. I think it's a crock of shit. Because the right thing is subjective, it's arbitrary. And the right thing suggests that I know what is right at all times. But the truth is, there are a lot of things I can do. And I think can doing is a far easier thing to find applicable, right? I can run, I can meditate, I can make these videos. In fact, I didn't want to make these videos, and a friend encouraged me to put myself out there because now is the time for us to be helping each other. So I can. Is it the right thing? I don't know. Do you like them? Because if you don't like them, is it the right thing? Which is my point. So with that, I wish you guys the best. If you tune in tonight, 9:30, I'm going to do a meditation. And, hang in there, man. We can chat. I'm going to start a group. Maybe we can start a group of some people. We can share ideas on how to get through this. Because I'm making videos. I'm not the only one. And there's a lot of cool stuff that we could do to get us through this. Because times are different. And as shitty as it is, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity that wasn't there before. You can vibe with that, right? You're vibing with that. Totally vibing. Talk to you.